All right, guys, let's do a quick market analysis. The market does look like it is attempting to rally here. SPY was love tapping 400 today. So in this video, we're going to do a quick market analysis, talk about why the market could be driving now and what the future outlook is as well. All you got to do, baby, is smash that like button, hit that subscribe as well so you stay along for more market news. And if you want to join my free private Discord, man, link down below in the description. Limited seats. Hurry up, baby. Let's dive right into it. So here's the quick economic calendar I like to use, and a lot of the market driving today could be because of this here. So on Wednesday, November 23rd, as the making of this video, this is tomorrow, we have the FOMC meeting. So the Federal Open Market Committee meeting minutes. So this is important because in these minutes, they're going to be talking about kind of the outlook for interest rates, things like that. Now, this isn't the official FOMC or FOMC meeting that has been taking place throughout the year where they announce interest rate hikes and outlooks like that, because you'll see a lot more volatility on that day. This day is just completely normal here. So let's look at some other things here as well and see what else could be driving the market. So I like to come to CNBC.com, look at a lot of the quick headlines here. Nothing too crazy. The main headline, Biden administration extend payment pause on student loans. Yeah, I don't think that's why the market's going up, buddy. Or Trump's taxes or Bob Iger on Disney. So a lot of these aren't helping us too much, but when you click on some of the headlines that are more near the top here, we elaborate a little bit more on today's trading. So the Dow Industrial Average is up 400 points today. A lot of people look at the Dow. When you're up 400 points, it's a pretty green day. Pretty good for the overall stock market. And then here's some of the speculation, right? Going into the next Fed meeting, I think the Fed will probably moderate their language a little bit. I think investors want to remain optimistic and ignore a lot of headwinds in this market. So this is coming from Eugene Profit, CEO at Profit Investments. This dude's name has Profit in the last name. You better listen to Eugene, man. His damn last name is Profit. What? Losing my mind. Eugene Profit said this. I'm a believer. Now, don't believe everything you see, but from a high level, this makes sense. There's a lot of anticipation for this meeting and what the Fed is going to be saying. Is that pivot coming soon, right? The pivot where they stop hiking interest rates or they at least tone down the dial a little bit. Ultimately, the Fed is attacking inflation, so keep that in mind. Other than that, there wasn't a whole lot of news today. A lot of it is, again, it's a short week, so it's kind of going to be weird trading anyways. We only have a few trading days this week. Thanksgiving is off, and I believe Friday's a shortened trading day as well. Correct me if I'm wrong down below in those comments, because you ain't trying to see me right now. So come and correct me if you want. Either way, it's going to be a short trading week. It's going to be a little bit odd, but market's pushing up ahead of that. So I want to do this next year. I want to dive into the S&P 500 or SPY. SPY is a famous ticker symbol. It's one of the most popular traded ETFs out there. A lot of people trade options on there. So you don't have to know how to trade options to follow along here, but I want to take a look at this because this is a good ticker symbol you can start following if you want an overall benchmark on how the overall stock market is performing. But I think it's better if you look at the charts, and it's kind of cool too. It gives you a little story when you're talking with your colleagues or your friends. Hey, the market's looking red today. I can actually see where it's red though, instead of just like looking at headlines and seeing numbers. Now let's head over to my charts. Let's dive into SPY. So here's a fresh, clean chart of the S&P 500 on the daily chart. You can see long term, we had that big push from COVID. We printed $4 trillion. I don't know. And then we started selling off. Majority of the year, we've had a downturn market. The reason why I'm highlighting this up front is because, first of all, when you're charting, you want to do top-down analysis. Look at your highest time frames possible, then dial down. Now, the most obvious thing I'm going to be denoting is this trend line up here. A lot of money makers, market makers, they're watching this. This is big. This is essentially the trend line that has been sustaining all year, and it's kind of signifying or holding down our downtrend that we're in. So if we cross above this trend line, which we're getting near, this could signal some upward movement here. Now, I need a little more confluence than that. If we do break this trend line, I'd like to break this prior high as well. Then we're in a whole nother game. Okay, that is a huge high we need to break on the SPY. That's about $432. So if we can break 432, looking pretty crazy, man. But we're gonna go one day at a time here. Now, momentarily, one thing I want to do is pull out volume here. If we take a look at volume, this can tell us another story as well, possibly underlying. Now, you can see SPY recently, right? The last couple of weeks here, we've been sustaining this uptrend. So as of about 40 days ago, SPY is up nearly 15.5% since we touched the low of the year, the 52-week low. Okay, that is huge. So we made new lows this year at one point, and then we finally started to rally right off of that, and we recovered pretty quickly here. So SPY has been kind of holding a little bit of an uptrend here. We're forming higher lows and higher highs on the price. So we're sitting in this, nice little channel here, We've been uptrending net overall the last, again, 40 days here. How much longer can we sustain? Now, like I mentioned before, we need to take a look at volume. So when I look at the volume down here, you can see it's fair. It's fair. It's not too crazy. One thing you want to look for is when price pushes up, you'd like to see a little bit of staircasing volume, and you can see it's either flat or a little bit opposite of that. Not the best sign, but it doesn't mean we can't keep rallying at least near this vicinity here. Now, me personally, I'm optimistic that we could at least touch this trend line here, but blowing past that's going to be a whole nother challenge. Now, it's getting interesting here because we could see this, end of year Santa rally we see every single year. Could that perhaps be enough to propel us through this grand trend line we've been holding all year? I don't know, but if you want to find out, baby, hit that subscribe and I'll let you know in the future videos. Gang! If you found this useful, leave us a like, hit that subscribe. If you want to join our free private Discord and stay along, we have free daily watch lists on some of the top plays with trade signals as well. Check that link down below. Limited time only, so you better make it quick. I'll see you in the next video.